Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle Barrett. I've been a personal stylist for 25 years. I now help people like you build capsule wardrobes that mix and match easily. So today I wanted to talk to the over 50s. I'm 52 myself, and I wanted to talk to you about style blunders which can actually make a huge difference to how you kind of look and feel and your vitality and everything else. And of course in your 50s there can be quite a few physical changes, so I'm hoping that this video will help you navigate those as well. Now before I go on, I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who is liking, subscribing and sharing. Please press that little bell so you get alerts when I do a new video. All of that really helps me bring content to you, and I love getting your feedback as well, even when you disagree with me. So please keep commenting and letting me know what you think, what type of content you'd like to see, because I literally make notes of everything. So without further ado, let's get started. So I think that quite a lot of changes can happen around your late 40s and 50s. Obviously one of them being menopause can have a big effect on your skin, on your hair, on how you feel, on your kind of personal vitality in terms of, anxiety, your body shape changes, lots of different changes. And also quite often at that time there's big changes happening at work, how you feel about your workplace, maybe your career, maybe your children are growing up and leaving home. There's so many different changes that I think it's a really important time to kind of think about yourself again and actually think about how you can feel better about yourself again. So that's what I'm going to be looking at today. Now my first tip, and this is one that I see all the time, and I know many of you will absolutely recognize this one. So when your midriff starts to expand, and this can happen around this time of age, I feel like you just need to do your best as long as you're eating well and you're having a little bit of exercise. Sometimes these things can happen. What I see happen very frequently is women will wear tops or baggy shirts that hang straight off their breast and then hang straight down to usually around the middle of their hip. Now what this does, it creates makes you look like a block. So literally the top will hang off your bust and it goes all the way down like that. There's no shape whatsoever. It just makes you look bigger than what you are. And the chances are, I would say 90% of the time when I work with private clients and this factor is an issue, what they think they look like is way worse than what they actually do look like. There is a really common body dysmorphia around this age when people put on a little bit of weight and they think it's a lot worse than what it actually is. So I want to say to you that the chances are how you're feeling isn't as bad as what you think it is. So what I suggest you do is wear tops. First, get a bra fitting, wear tops that come in under the bust and gently skim out over the top. I'll kind of give you some images of the type of thing that I mean here now, so that you can make kind of better choices. It's not about clinging to your tummy, it's not about kind of adding too much bulk, but somewhere in the middle, just skimming that tummy works best. Next up is wearing safe clothing. Now what I mean by that is, I was talking to a potential client literally this week, that you kind of, particularly since the pandemic, a lot of people are working from home, so we became a lot more relaxed. But the trouble is we're wearing those safe options, which is just like, I don't know, yoga pants and maybe baggy sweaters and all that kind of thing. Absolutely all those things have a place. I'm not saying they don't, but they don't do very much for your morale. And if at the same time, you've got kids leaving home, there's changes in your career, your body's changing, your skin's changing, your hair's changing, everything else, you kind of need to hold on to something to help you feel better. So I'm just saying, absolutely keep those safe options where they feel comfortable and they feel comfy and everything else. But please, I challenge you to try some new styles as well. So be open to suggestions, maybe open up a Pinterest board, get a bit of inspiration again. But definitely go and try on some new pieces and try and get that spark back. It is so important that whilst you feel safe in those safe options, you also feel sparky as well. I want you to take up that space. So this one kind of leads on from what I was saying earlier, and that is be open to change. So what I'd suggest you do is go to a store or look online and find 3 outfits which you want to try. Now it could be that when you try those particular outfits they don't feel right, but I just want you to be open to change. So don't sit in that safe space, because that just sitting in that safe space can actually just aid you in a way itself. So take back that space, take back those opportunities, take back those changes, and find what kind of works for you now. And like I say, if you need help with that, definitely book in for a consultation with me. I'd be more than happy to have a chat to you about how I might be able to help you. I'll put the link here. Now before I go on as well, I have recently launched a membership in the community area here on YouTube. I'm going to be coming on live once a month in a live Q&A where you can ask me questions, you can run by ideas about your wardrobes. I'm going to have a different theme each month. In addition, I've got special offers just for my members there. There is a great special offer there at the moment. So if you're interested in that, for the price of $4.99 GDP, which is basically a coffee, you can come and have a chat with me once a month and meet my little community. Not only that, I've got specialized content which just goes in there for that. It is kind of for people who just need a little bit of help each month but don't necessarily need the help directly of a stylist. So you can get help from me without having to do the one-on-one. You can just get help as part of a community. Next up is knowing what colours work for you. Now this can make a huge difference to you. You know, knowing which types of colours work for you can make a massive difference to how your clothes reflect on your skin, how you feel, particularly with bright colours and things like that. So definitely get a colour analysis done. You know, have a chat to me if you need help with that, or do some research online, because colour can make a huge difference. Because around this time your skin can change quite a bit. Your skin can start to become a little bit more translucent. So if that is something that's happening to you, knowing what colours work for you can make a huge difference. And just for the record, if you had a colour analysis done sort of 20-30 years ago, sometimes it can need updating. And also, I do colour analysis, but I base it on those 12 colour palettes that came out in the 90s. You know, there was sort of 4 in the 80s, then there was like 12 in the 90s. But what I find is probably 40% of people don't fit perfectly into those categories, because you just look at people who walk down the road, it's obvious not everyone's going to fit into 12 categories. So I adapt them to the individual and often pull out colours and replace them with other colours. So if you need help with colour, definitely get in touch with me. Now this one I kind of touched on at the beginning, but adjusting your style to enhance adjusting body shape. Now this is basically about not being upset that your body's changing. I know that's really difficult and I know it can be really upsetting, but I think the best thing that you can do is know which types of cuts and styles will enhance your best features and have you feeling good about yourself again. Because one of the things that ages you is kind of feeling slumped, feeling low, hiding in the background. And it's not that I'm saying you have to be right out there if that's not what makes you feel comfortable, but I just want you to feel confident to be out there as much as possible. And one of the ways in which you can do that is if you know what types of styles work for you, that can make a huge difference in how clothes sit on your body, enhance your best features. It'll help you stand tall. I've literally seen it happen with clients. I had a client in Australia, literally her posture changed, you know, because she felt better about herself. And that's how I want you to feel as well. I don't want you to sit in that safe space. If you know what cuts and styles work for you, you can be much more specific in what you buy, in addition to knowing which colours work as well. Now, if you've not done so already, definitely download my Capsule wardrobe planner. It's a little guide that you can fill out and it helps you make decisions as to what to keep, what to remove, what to maybe add to your wardrobe, how to think about your wardrobe, your lifestyle, the colours, cuts, everything. And it's free. So I'll put the link to that here, but it definitely help you if you're looking to kind of edit or update your wardrobe. Now, next up, this is a really obvious one and we get told this all the time, but it's just a little reminder, and that is wear sunscreen. Now, I know that a lot of us when we were younger, we're like, oh, we're gonna live forever, we don't need to wear sunscreen. Well, we kind of do, and you might be now seeing the reasons why you needed to wear it then. So definitely wear that sunscreen. If you like a little bit of a glow, use kind of maybe a fake tan if that's something that works for you, but definitely wear your sunscreen. You know, wear maybe a factor 30 in your moisturizer all the time in the daytime, even if you live somewhere like me where it's cloudy most of the time right now. It still kind of gets through to your skin. Next up is update your makeup. Now, this is another one, a little bit like your clothes. Sometimes the way your face changes, you need to kind of update your makeup routine. It might mean that you're not so heavy in some areas, you add more makeup in others. Really good person to follow for this is Donna Mae London. If you look her up, she's mainly on Instagram, has quite a big following. She particularly talks to the 40+ woman about makeup tips, and she has some makeup accessories brand as well. She's a really good person to go and view. She's got lots of tips on, like, you know, hooded eyes and avoiding creasing in makeup, etc, etc. So definitely consider updating your makeup routine as well. Next up is skincare and hair. Now, this is another one which recently myself I kind of updated because I realised that my skin needed so much more moisturiser. It's like I put moisturiser on my arms and it literally sinks in straight away. It's like it's a sponge. So I put another layer on. So I've actually recently updated my own skincare routine. I like two kind of brands. I like the Boots No. 7 range, particularly their serums. I find they kind of sink into my skin really nicely. And the other one that I really like as well is Dr. Sister. Their moisturizers are absolutely stunning. They literally, my face feels so moisturized when I go for those. So find which one works for you. Again, a little bit like the clothes, be open to change and kind of try a few different brands out till you find the one that really works for you, because it can make a huge difference to how your skin feels. Not just looks. This is not all about looks, it's about how it feels as well. Now, last but not least, and this again is a really, really important one, get a decent bra fitting. Now, this can make a huge difference, particularly if you have put on weight around your middle, because it lifts and separates. And not only that, you may well find that your bra size has changed quite considerably over the years. It can kind of creep up on you. It happens to all of us. It's happened to me. But please, if you take anything from this video, go out now, book in for your local lingerie place, wherever it is. Marks and Spencer still do them, and get a bra fitting and try some different lingerie on as well. And also, I kind of think, buy yourself a nice set. Buy yourself a nice set of underwear. Treat yourself, please, because let's face it, when we're in our 50s, we're juggling children and jobs and houses and everything else. Not many people sort of think about us, so let's think about ourselves. So go and buy yourself a really nice lingerie set. So I hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments what else you'd like to see. Let me know what you took from this. Let me know what your tips are. I'd love to hear your tips on skincare particularly, and hair care and makeup, and what adjustments you've made. I'd love to get your feedback on that. And also, if you've kind of felt that you've been in a safe place and now you're going to kind of take back some of that space, I'd love to hear how you're going to go about doing that. So have a wonderful week wherever you are. Please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.